Personal story segment tonight, showbiz and Donald Trump. You can make the argument that the Trump phenomenon started with the program The Apprentice on NBC. The man who hired Mr. Trump, former NBC boss Bob Wright, the author of the book The Right Stuff, From NBC to Autism Speaks, he joins us now. Are you surprised what has happened to Trump?
I'm surprised that he got in so late and did so well so quickly. I think he probably thought if I was going to be number 17 in the race, I'm not going to be trying to be 14 or 13, and so he just came out of the box in an enormous way, and he was number one in 90 days. Now,
when you were working with him, did you see traits of leadership that could lead to where he is now?
Well, I'll tell you a story. When I knew him since the 60s, from 1986 on, when he was trying to build the West Side. It was going to be TV City over there, television
the West Side
city.
of Manhattan.
And he wanted NBC to go there, to move there. And we got in a 7-month negotiation on that, and we stayed where we were, and he went on and built beautiful apartments and so forth. But in 2002, he came to me. I met all through that time. I've been in his apartments. I know his management team. But in 2002, he called me up and he said, listen, why don't you buy half of Miss Universe? I have the other half of it. CBS, it's just not working. We could do something much better than this. And I got into a situation, and I said, well, okay, I'll take on the other half of it. We closed in 2002. This is before Apprentice.
Right.
And he said to me, he said, you know, I can make this show a lot better, but you have all these producers. This is what I had at CBS, and I have this person to report to and that person. I said, you know, Donald, why don't you do this? You take over the show. You run the show.
And he made it a success.
You picked it. He made it a huge success.
And that's why you picked him for The Apprentice?
Well, it was when it came time for The Apprentice, which was 2 years later, and I got a call up that, you know, what do you think about Donald? Is he really able to do this? I said, I think he's terrific. Look what he's done here, and at least I know him personally, and he is a leader. There's no question about that.
Do you support him now for president?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Well, I think there's one fundamental reason here. Hillary's is a very accomplished person, but do we need another Clinton or Bush that will be 24 years consistent.
The Clinton Bushes.
24 years of two families. This sounds like a European country.
Well, the Obama, interlude. But if you were working at NBC, I don't know if you support Trump, you might get a little trouble with the board over there.
Well, you know, he's I've never seen any of those. Some of the traits that he's showing here, I think he's a media master.
Oh, he is. There's no doubt.
And he really knows how to get attention.
Right.
And I didn't see some of those. I didn't see any of those explosive traits. I was in his office many times. He treats his people in the office
So he wasn't a crazy guy when he was working with you?
No, not at all.
Now, finally, part of this book is you talk about autism, because your grandson
My grandson
has it. And what's the main point you want people to take away on the autism front?
That a lot can be done. And we have done a lot with people, lots of people.
You've raised a lot of money, right?
Well, we've raised a lot of money, but we made a lot of things happen, too. We've gotten insurance now in 44 states in the country. That didn't even exist. Your insurance was no good. We've gotten $3 billion worth of federal government money thanks to the NIH for autism research, and it's been on a 10-year project.
Right.
That never existed.
And you know, it's a silent thing, because a lot of people just don't know what it is, and the children suffer. And I'm glad you're doing this, and I want you to come on and promote your book, The Right Stuff. And it's a good read, and we appreciate it.
By the way, I want to say one thing.
Sure.
I make 3 points in that book. The reason I wrote it, I said, for people that want entrepreneurial spirit, you have to have take responsibility for your own business life. You have to have a lot of passion, and you have to control some of your ideas. You and The Factor are a perfect example of something that you could have gone and done it yourself, maybe syndicated over a period of years. You could have gone to a smaller company, but you went to a big company, and you managed to do those 3 things. And that's partly the reason, that's the first part of the book, that kind of motivation and passion.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that compliment, Mr. Wright. It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.